are anywhere from Green Day, Kinetic Gunpowder, I guess Social Distortion.
Pat Benatar. I like Hannah Montana.
R. Kelly.
Yeah. Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus.
Soldier Boy.
Where'd you guys get the idea for the name of your band, Minor Hysteria?
It was this guy.
Yeah, that's a good question, actually. I was up at, like, talking to my girlfriend on my PSP. It's like 3 in the morning. Thank you. It's like 3 in the morning, and I'm like half asleep, and I'm sitting there trying to talk to her. So I'm sitting there like this, I'm like trying to talk, and I'm listening to if you heard of Green Day, Mass Hysteria off of 21st Century Breakdown.
Mm.
Okay, well, there's a song called Mass Hysteria. After that, which was really weird, it was Social Distortion singing Mass Hysteria, which is a different type of song. And all of a sudden, Minor Threat comes on. I'm thinking, there's a bunch of hysterias, and there's one minor. I looked up the name, and I looked at on Google, like, said, Minor Hysteria, this, and it gave all these meanings, but there was no band names. I'm thinking, I like that. We came up with it 2 days, or a couple days before the talent show. Or like,
We had to.
Yeah, before, because we didn't want our names to be like, Alfred, Michael, Oscar, Danny. It's like,
Bam.
Project. The project. Half Mexican, half Irish project.
Exactly.
Where?
What kind of musical genre would you say you guys play?
Perfect question.
CPPD.
See? Classic pop punk. That's what we're going to start defining ourselves as, because you look at bands these days, they're classified as pop punk. But they're more like the
new wave pop.
Yeah.
I hate like that question though, because I mean like if we're gonna say we're punk, there's gonna be some other band saying no, we're not punk, we're this, that, and it's just that's one problem that's been going on with bands too. I remember a lot of bands from a show. I remember they were fighting about that. It's pretty stupid. I mean like we could just say we just play music.
Yeah, it's a hard topic to talk about, because that probably could start more fights than religion, if you will.
Really?
Yeah.
Basically,
was that amongst other bands?
Yeah.
Or is that like amongst like fans or just anybody that?
It's just both, actually.
Yeah, both. I remember we had this problem like with something a band said, a guy in the band said, but it's just like we weren't offended by it. It's just when people started like pointing fingers and stuff like that. Because I remember he named like 2 bands, and then he's just like the rest are just like pop or whatever. It's a real bad problem with that. Just when someone's like, punk, oh, you're not punk, you're something. Punk's this.
They start
punk
making
is
up
this.
random genres.
Yeah, and there's rules, I guess. So.
Yeah, there's rules being punk. It's gotta come from the heart. And you gotta wear these type of clothes and stuff like that. Like, I guess this is punk, if you will. I'm wearing just a t-shirt and basketball.
That's why I just go into Speedo, it's easier.
This is true. Our songs are like, what are our songs? We're not political in any way.
No, I don't want to get in the political field, because I mean that's one thing that like
that's Riot Act's business. They're the political. We're gonna be
you're
the
not
fun
punk because you're not political, but like we don't want to be political. Like we have our views, and I mean it's you who needs to decide, and we're not gonna tell you.
Yeah, we just write because it's like, oh, this song, this word rhymes with that one.
No, it's just
that's all right. We do.
Every time he writes, we end up doing like 2 songs from him because he never wants to do them.
What?
Like you show me. I remember you pull out a drawer and you're like, "Here's all my songs." And we did like 2 songs from that. I'm the one who like writes all of the songs mostly. I need help, dude. I need help. No, but mostly it's just like regular stuff, just relationships.
It's basically how like
the boredom, sitting at home, not doing anything.
Yeah.
He's gone, like he's all the way over there. I don't want to go see him because it's too far.
It's best friends for fun.
Yeah.
But it's like we don't have a really slight purpose or influence. It's like we don't like if anything we can just put down paper and pencil, like trees blowing in the wind.
Like Backstabber, this is one of our songs. We were messing around. We were just like talking like we were over there, and he started playing a bass line, just dun 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 dun, and then he just started playing. I'm just like words, random stuff, and I said random stuff.
We started making up stuff.
Yeah, making up stuff. Then when we Backstabber, it's at the end where I'm just like Backstabber. It's not like Bus Driver.
I thought it was Bus Driver at first. So
yeah,
the lyrics.
So basically, they thought it was about a bus driver. I have no idea what it's about.
We change the lyrics from time to time. We literally ad-lib our songs from time to time. No, my generation's a Who song.
No, I mean like you change up the lyrics.
Oh yeah, well we kind of we're bad about
To
that.
my master.
Yeah.
We're bad about that. We'll be playing mid song and sometimes we'll forget the lyrics.
I
And we'll just
forget
be
the
like,
lyrics a lot.
that like during song. It's like.
I just hit stuff.
The first band you ever heard, they're just like, that's why I want to play music.
Oh yeah, that just influenced you.
Green
Just
Day.
feel like.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Like we first heard of Green Day in a video game. Like they were.
It was Madden
American
2005. Madden 2005. I heard American Idiot, and then I bought the album, which I thought was like an old album. I didn't know it was a new thing.
It was
I
like
guess
that
it was
year.
like that, like a few days it was released. Then I just started getting like. It was funny because I didn't know like the order of the albums, and I got them like right in order. So I got what was
Got
it?
lucky.
1039.
Yeah.
1039 Kerplunk, Insomnia, or.
And I mean, that's why I picked up the guitar too. I remember picking up the guitar, and Brain Stew was the first song I've ever.
I think it was Smoke on the Water.
That's everyone's.
Not smoking. I didn't know how to play Smoke in the Water.
That was my first song.
That was one of mine.
Mine was Brain Stew, which is pretty much easier than.
Now I play the trumpet.
The first time I got into music was I remember listening to "Hitching a Ride" by Green Day, and then "Basket Case" on the radio in Longview, and I'm sitting there listening to this. I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. And I remember picking up. I got this little plastic guitar with like terrible strings, and it was like terrible guitar. I ended up breaking it, I guess. It was just plastic. So I ended up playing it, and I'm like, oh, I want to learn this song. So I ended up learning how to play "She" off of Green Day. And I'm like, oh, I like this. So I ended up got this little mixed CD from my dad. I had a Offspring one and I had a Green Day one. I listened to them religiously. And because of my situation, I was moving from like Scottsdale to Paradise Valley, Tempe. I was moving everywhere. So those two albums were the ones I had of all time. I was like listening to them constantly and stuff like that. And I remember, going. Thank you. I remember going home one day and just listening to the whole Green Day album, just sitting there listening to like, oh, I want to play this. And I started playing guitar from then on. And ever since then, I've never really stopped listening to Green Day and music in
And we
general.
always listen to it. Like we never get tired of it. Like
Which is weird because you
Yeah.
got some bands like, oh
Can't
my
wait for
god.
And I mean, we also like I listen to like different albums. So like one week I would be listening to Insomniac, the other one Shenanigans, and it just move on. Even like the Clash, like London Calling, I was just
I
listening to
remember the
that.
funniest thing that ever happened when I was little. My mom was all like, here, get this Dookie album. I'm like, okay, I got Green Day. Then I get Linkin Park for my birthday. And I was sitting there listening to Linkin Park. My mom's like, that music makes you violent. I'm going to take that CD from you. She takes Hybrid Theory away. You heard of that album, Hybrid Theory?
Yeah.
She ends up taking it away from me and hiding it in her little shelf area, and I couldn't get it. So I'm sitting there listening to Green Day, which is talking about doing drugs, masturbating, and all this other stuff. I guess.
All that good stuff.
Well, yeah. And so I'm listening to this music. My mom didn't say anything, but then I listened to like One Step Closer. She's like, they're negative and stuff like that. It makes you violent. It's like, okay, I punch my brother on occasion. It doesn't make me violent, but that was one of the funny
So I
moments.
shot a person or two.
There wasn't an occasion where music makes me violent, unless you listen to like Death Clock or something.
It's just crazy though. Let's just.
How much do you guys get paid
Oh,
per show?
the most we've ever gotten was like $130, $170 actually.
And that was our first show.
That was our
up to now.
first show, and then from then
Nothing.
we get like
We had like 0.
Oh yeah, and that we didn't even like do anything with that money. Basically, that money went for the next show at the Nile since we had to pay and we
Yeah.
bring a lot of people. So basically, we just paid for that with that money that we got.
I'm tired of paying to play. It sucks because
We don't mind not getting paid. It's just the thing that we have to like sell this many tickets. And I mean, I get it. You have to pay the venue, but it's just like ridiculous.
that's what's weird about our band is we if we get paid, cool. If we don't, as long as we play, get our music out there. You know, it's like the only problem is having to raise the money for that music, and that's when we start feeling like jerks. We're like something like
So we have to invite the same people.
that. We like you go to our high school and you sit there and just like, oh yeah, hey, I'm sorry to hear about your mom. Want to buy a ticket? You know, it's like it's hard to be in a punk band in Arizona because now you got metal bands, pop punk bands, and hardcore bands. That's if you really want to make it in Arizona, those are the bands you got to be in. If you want to be in punk, you're gonna go nowhere, which we're trying to change. Because, so is Riot Act and Corporal Limits and any other band I forgot to mention.